Why, hello. I have no agenda or a topic for today at all. I have just been coming on the last few days, so I felt like coming on today as well. I'm feeling a lot less sad today. Honestly, it's making me wonder. I don't even know. It's making me wonder if there's something else going on with me. Because yes, I do think that the Ritalin has been less effective. But not taking it on the weekends feels a lot more doable today than it did, say, 2 days ago when I was kind of like a blubbering emotional mess. And in general, I've always been moody. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, sometimes I feel like I don't know how to live and everything feels hopeless. And like today, that feeling that I had like 2 days ago when I came on here and I was like, oh my gosh, this was so hard. I need a medical solution because it feels like there's something wrong with me. Like, I don't feel that way right now. Like, I don't know. It's just making me think that truly, honestly, maybe I do have a mood disorder or something going on, and that I don't know. And that maybe I could or could not just cope with it on my own. Sometimes it feels like I'm doing literally everything I'm told to do, and it's still not enough. Like, because I think that a lot of people say, you know, when you're having a bad mood day, you can do all these things. You can go to the gym because that will probably help you get in a better wellness space, and it increases natural endorphins and all these things like that. So you can go to the gym. Okay, that's one. And then you can do something that you really enjoy. Like maybe you really enjoy singing, so you go out and do karaoke with your friends. Or maybe you really just need to take care of yourself, so you just stay in, watch a show you like, eat food you like. Or maybe you really need like a kick in the butt and you need a motivator, and you sit yourself down and you force yourself to do like work for 4 hours, and you're just like, I have to be productive. I just have to do this, and then maybe my depression will go away. Also mindfulness, also meditation. Like, I have tried so many different ways to conquer my bad mood days. And there are days that are bad enough. And now I'm thinking maybe it didn't even have to do with the Ritalin. Maybe it was going to happen whether or not I was taking the Ritalin. And I was mistaking that for the Ritalin not being effective anymore. But in reality, it's just that, like, that's something that I would be going through regardless. Like, even if I was on the proper dose of the Ritalin. I don't know. But I can have bad mood days that are bad enough or nothing I do, and I like can force myself to do these things. Like, I can force myself to go to the gym. I can force myself to only eat lettuce or something if I feel like it's been, you know, because I've been eating too many carbohydrates and that's making me sluggish. Like, I can force myself to go to an event with friends that I know, like, I'm going to enjoy to the extent that I can, that it's something that I like. Like, I can force myself to get up and go out. But if the day is bad enough, the night will still end with me being so devastatingly unhappy and sad. And like so convinced that there's something truly wrong with me and that I cannot figure it out, and things are going to be so bad forever. And I don't feel like that today. Like, I feel okay today, even though I'm dealing with the same everything, you know, all of the issues are exactly the same that I had 2 days ago. But my mood is just slightly more elevated. Like, I'm just more stable. Like, it's not like I'm happy or anything. It's just like I'm stable. I'm able to focus on what I need to focus on because I don't have this ridiculously intense feeling of hopelessness that makes me just not want to be alive, honestly. That makes me just want to escape my entire life. And it has me very convinced that I can't do it, that I can't do my life. And so, man, I'm just thinking there's like something mood-based here. There's something internally, like chemically, or something going on with me physically, because nothing has changed in the past 2 days that would make today a better day than 2 days ago, except for that I'm in a better mood. And basically, up until this point in my life, the way that I've dealt with bad mood days is the people who I'm closest to will actually know about these bad mood days existing. Usually that's, honestly, it's just a very, very few people. Like, people I've dated, pretty much. And because when you're dating somebody and you talk to them almost every day, like, people notice if you retreat for an entire day. I think especially if you are somebody who doesn't seem like that would be in their character or their personality, somebody like me. So I would just have to tell them, like, I'm having a bad mood day. Like, my former partner would call it the blanket burrito day, where I just can't deal with life. Like, I just don't want to. I feel like everything's really hopeless, and I just bury myself under the covers for 24 to 48 hours. In that time, I probably binge ate. More recently, the way that I've coped with these bad mood days is that I've put myself to sleep. Because I was trying really hard not to binge. So I would take Benadryl or something and put myself to sleep for the majority of the day. And then you lost an entire day, and then you feel really bad. And then you're behind on everything, and then you didn't see your friends at that social event, and so on and so forth. So bad mood days. And I think I've wondered a lot, you know, like, okay, do I have depression? But the thing is, like, I think it's more like a mood disorder or something. And this is a whole new world for me, learning about these different mental health stuff, because for the longest time I just thought, you know, stock, like, answer is that it's probably just depression, that I just deal with some kind of like low-level depression, and that most of the time I can function okay, but sometimes it's really bad. But I don't know if that's what it is, because I wouldn't describe myself as somebody who's depressed. I think I'm emotional and I'm intense, and sometimes I feel a lot of hopelessness. But I don't know, I just don't identify with that word very well, depression. And I think that I used to identify with that a lot more. And now that I've had more and more people in my life who deal with clinical depression, I don't know. I don't know if that is really what I deal with. So, like I said in my last video, my psychiatrist doesn't really want me to be on multiple medications at once. But my friend asked me a question that I think was pretty good. Like, it got my creative juices flowing about asking me about which one is related to what. So, like, with the mood thing, is the mood thing maybe more so affecting the ADD, or is the ADD more so affecting the mood? Because it's possible that maybe I stop taking Ritalin and I start taking some kind of mood medication for my moods. So, I don't know. The thing that I like about Ritalin is that it seems less invasive in certain ways than medication that you would take for depression or mood disorders, because you're not messing with, well, you kind of are, but it's not like the SSRI blocker stuff or whatever that's like taking a long time to have the effect that it has, because like you don't feel the effects of something like Prozac for, it can be like up to a month or something, and that's because it's like building up somehow. Okay, I'm like, this is where I completely fail in being able to actually explain this stuff. But my understanding is that Ritalin has like a half-life of like 12 hours or something. So it's out of your system completely within like a day, which is why you can do something like this, what I'm doing, where I'm not taking it on the weekends to build up my tolerance. Like you couldn't do that with Prozac or something, like an SSRI blocker. So I don't know, like it's possible that I'm just not taking the right medication. And like this mental health journey stuff is always, I think, frustrating. Right now I'm able to think about it in a really clear-headed way. You know, I'm not feeling like I'm about to cry, like I'm not feeling hopeless. I'm not feeling like I was saying in the last video where I was feeling like I can't trust anyone anymore, and like all these like really like intense, deep thoughts about not being able to deal with life. Like I don't feel that way right now. I feel like, sure, like we have tons of issues and people are crappy and people I know are dealing with some horrific things, and it's sad, and I wish I could support people better and all of that, but I don't feel hopeless. And so I don't know, like I'm searching for that answer, I guess. Like, what is the difference between hope and hopelessness for me? And how related is it to something chemical that's going on in my brain, to something mood-based? But I'll go ahead and hop off because I don't want these videos to be too long. I know that they're already rambly. I have some fun and not so fun plans for this weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to a memorial for a friend who passed, who I knew fairly well about 5 years ago, and who I have sort of lost touch with as of late. So again, like I mentioned in my last video, perspective has really been top of mind for me, and like I am grateful for being able to breathe, for being able to be alive, for the many beautiful things happening in a Chicago summer. Like, life is tragic but so enriching and robust and amazing in so many ways. So I'm keeping it in perspective, guys. But I'll continue to update you on my mental health journey. Hopefully I can find the answers and share those with you, but you know, I don't think it's a linear path is what it's looking like. I think I'm going to have some ups and downs while I figure this stuff out, but yeah. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope you have a good weekend. Alright, bye y'all.